We want like actual like items to play with and stuff. For reptiles, a lot of their enrichment comes from kind of food-based things, so giving them different food items, scenting different food items, so that they can kind of have something new. But they don't really like, if you put a ball in there, like a tiger would play with it, but snake probably would just look at it, maybe try to eat it, but for the most part. So as you can see, he's kind of doing a walking motion with his jaws. So what snakes do is they'll actually detach and unhinge their jaw. So it's kind of like our shoulder where you can dislocate it, but it can pop back into place. They can do that with their jaw. So the way it works is if it's kind of like this, just splits apart, and then they can move the sides independently over it. So even though that...
So the thing you're feeding it, it's like a little albino rat?
It's just a little mouse, yeah.
Okay. It's albino. Like white and red with red eyes.
Yeah, so like that's just a feeder mouse. So that's what a lot of the collection here will eat, is mostly frozen thawed mice or rats of some sort. Occasionally we'll feed animals eggs, or sometimes little chicks, sometimes just actual like beef or steaks.
It would be kind of cool to see a real snake hunt, like right before our eyes.
Yeah, it is pretty interesting. The only problem with that is, so like if you were to put a live mouse in with a lot of these animals, let's say they're not hungry. They're in an enclosed space, so there's nowhere for that snake to get away if they're not. So what can happen is the mouse, it thinks, you know, it's going to be eaten, so it's kind of has the mentality of survive or die kind of aspect, so it's going to try and kill that snake. And there's been cases of mice actually eating through snakes' skin just because they're not hungry, and a lot of times they don't know how to defend themselves if they're being chewed on. So that's a big reason why we don't feed a lot of live stuff. So obviously the mouse doesn't pose any harm to the fox snake even if it wasn't hungry.
Because it's already dead.
Yeah. So these guys are really cool because you can like find these around this part of Ohio, and they get pretty big. They can get like 4.5 feet. They have a really nice pattern. They're a little bit more rare than like garter snakes.